What's up, sports freaks, and welcome to another edition of episode 48. This time, episode 48 of All Sports Media Team presents Double Dribble. We are entitled Backboards and Facemasks. Why is it called Backboards and Facemasks, you ask? Because the girl we got today is a multi-sport star, and it's absolutely freaking cool. We're going to get to know her. We're going to get to know her background. We're going to get to know all the sports that she does, and it's going to be really cool. But before that, let me go ahead and introduce my man, the myth, the legend, the cameraman that does it all, my dude, George Ocholo. What's going down, George?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Long week, but you know what? I'm glad to do this show tonight.
You and me both, brother. I'm really excited for this one. She's really. I mean,
Well, it's not nighttime yet, but
well, it's getting there.
you know,
Yeah, we made it special.
it's getting there. It's
special.
getting there.
This is a special Friday recording for Miss, for our special guest that we're going to introduce right now. I'm really excited to introduce her. I've been lucky enough to interview her at the Play for Eternity Women's League, and that's how I got to know her. And it was a lot of fun. So, and I love her on the court. She's got a killer shot, good crossover. But not only that, but she plays football too. Are you kidding me? That's freaking cool. And I'm not talking flag football. No, I'm talking hardcore, full pads, women's league, which we'll talk
Tackle
about in a
football.
little bit. Bro, it's good. I'm excited. I want to hear these stories. I can't wait. But not only that, check this. Check this. Not only is she an all-star, all-American wide receiver, she kills it on the basketball court, but she's also gone to college. She's now pursuing business, pursuing her master's in business, which can go anywhere at any time for anything. So we know she's going to be successful in that. I can't wait. I'm just gonna shut my mouth now. I'm gonna bring on Team Brianna Taylor superstar Kai, the Los Angeles Element Wilson. What's going down, Kai?
That's good, you guys. Happy to be here. I appreciate you guys wanting to actually talk to me and get to hear my story. I don't get to tell it too often.
Yeah, well, we're glad for it. Like I tell George, and he says to me sometimes, it's like honestly, every show we've had, you're episode 48. Every show we've had has affected someone who's watched it in some which way. Maybe they were brought up in the hood. Maybe they were brought up in a broken family. Maybe they were adopted. Maybe they were a foster child. Whatever it is. Maybe they were abused and then sports helped them get out of it or something like that. We've had all those stories. And I can't wait to see what yours is. Los Angeles Element. First of all, Kai, LA Element. What's that all about?
I don't know if you remember Kendrick's Damn album. He has a song called Element.
Okay.
And when I just heard that song, I don't know, it just kind of resonated. And I'm known for just like wearing an LA hat.
She is.
So it just kind of put two and two together.
Repping it right now. You're repping it right now. Shout out to the Dodgers.
LA Dodgers. LA
I have
Dodgers.
The world champ.
I have so many LA hats. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I got one too. Hold
Here
on.
we go. She's gonna rock it off. Okay. Damn.
I got one more.
You got like any of the Laker style ones or the custom ones, like the all black ones?
No, I literally wear this. I literally just wear this one.
Okay.
Like that's it.
I got you. Okay. Disclaimer.
LA Element 3.
Disclaimer. Don't hate
Repping
me.
LA.
Don't hate me. I worked at Angel Stadium for 12 years. I've always been an Angel fan. I'm sorry. I respect the Dodgers, but I'm an Angel fan. So you won't see me rocking the blue, but I respect the hell out of them. I love Cody Bellinger. I love Corey Seager. Dave Roberts is a dope dude. Tommy Lasorda was a goat. I got to meet him a couple years ago when I was working at the stadium, and a rest in peace to him. I mean, legend. Vince Scully's my guy. I'm in broadcasting. I mean, come on. He's the god of broadcasting. Let's be real. That guy could read you the phone book and you'll sit there and listen. It's true, right, George? Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
100%. 100%.
100%, he says. Absolutely. All right, enough jibber jabber from me. We know why you're the LA Element, and it rolls off the tongue, which is kind of cool too. If you're like in a basketball game and you got that three, call the LA Element 4-3, right, George?
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, someday we're
Yeah,
gonna
when me and Ricky are together, we always hype players up, man.
look at him put me
Hopefully
under
they
the
have
bus
good
like that.
games
Now
that
I
way.
feel bad. Now I feel bad. Stupid having a life. Adulting.
Well, I kind of start the hype, but like Ricky's the one that follows me, so.
Whatever. All right, enough about me and this weirdo over here. We're there. Wrong finger. How do we do this? Anyway, I'm pointing at George. This thing's mirrored. I hate mirrors. Anyway, so enough about us. Kai, I want to hear your story. I mean, like we just talked about, you're pursuing business. You've actually started a leadership program for Black girls, which I can't wait to hear about that. That's the biggest thing of your story that I want to hear about. You're family orientated. You play for Team John Taylor, which is a very tight knit team. What else? Dual star. We talked about this before the show. You're more than a dual star. You're a multi-sport star, and I can't wait to hear about that as well. So I'm going to shut my trap. I'm going to give you the floor.
Just a straight up athlete.
Yeah, exactly. Who is Kai the Los Angeles Element Wilson? It is yours.
Well, grew up in Los Angeles, Westmont District. I just was involved in a lot of sports growing up. Played softball, baseball, soccer. I was a swimmer, ran track. So sports has always just been something that I've always been a part of. Just always staying active. Something my grandpa put me into.
Okay.
And I just stuck to it. I'm really a community advocate. I could thank my grandma for that. Just keeping me involved with everything going on and just doing your part, being able to do my part because it's always bigger than just you.
I love that.
What else? School. Yeah, I'm pursuing my master's in business. I actually got my BA in criminal justice, but just taking a different route. Just wanted to be my own entrepreneur and hopefully get a doctorate in philanthropy.
Okay.
And that all stems from, yeah. But that all stems from like my roots, growing up, always being a part of something bigger than myself. So that's honestly the goal with business. As far as sports, I haven't stopped playing basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was like 9, maybe 9.
Wow.
And it's just something that a community that I just love being a part of. Getting to grow up with people that you played with when you were younger. Getting to be older now and still getting to see each other in the gym. It's just like a good feeling. And the basketball community is so loving and so welcoming. So I just always want to stay a part of that. As far as football, this is my 2nd year playing.
Cool.
I can thank my friend Jamie for, inviting me out. I always wanted to play football and I never got the chance to when I was younger. That was just like one sport, like my grandpa wouldn't let me play. And so in 2019 was my first year. We made it all the way to the championship, fell a little short. But this year we're hoping to bring back that trophy.
Okay.
And I just found out that I made the All-American team today.
Woo,
So
watch out.
Woo!
Look at you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. That's what's up.
Thank you. And it's just I love football too. It's just completely different from basketball. The physicality and just being able to center yourself, even though you're on the field with a whole bunch of people. It's just something about being out there like with a helmet on. It kind of reminds me of like wearing my hat, if that makes sense. Like just being in my zone. And being able to make the best out of every game I play.
Okay.
I like that.
Hey, so like speaking of football, who's your NFL team?
Well, here we go.
Oh, Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys?
Okay. Cowboys. So how do you feel about Dak getting that huge deal coming right off of an injury? Do you think that was a smart move?
Oh, he deserves it.
Yeah, I agree. But would you have made it coming off the injury though, or would you have made him wait another year? If you were Jerry.
I think if you didn't give it to him after the injury, it would just be a slap in the face, saying that you don't want to take care of your players. So I think he deserves it. I'm ready for this year. The new draftees.
Okay.
It's looking good.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
It's
be
looking
fun.
good.
You're talking.
Yeah.
You're talking to
So
a
you must hear Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, huh? Talking about them Cowboys.
Yeah,
Man, he's always wearing that cowboy hat with a cigar.
He
He'll
always
be laughing. He'll be all over Instagram whenever the Cowboys lose, man.
Yeah. But you know, we got Skip out there. He gonna always speak highly of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too bad you can't say the same for Shannon Sharp.
He's just a LeBron fan. I'm just
Go
it's not LeBron.
James! Go James!
This
It ain't
I
about
love
the
watching
goat.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
I love watching Undisputed. Those two really crack me up every morning.
right?
Yeah, that's a good one, definitely.
Seriously, this just turned into an ESPN roast. Sorry, ESPN. We totally did not plan that. Anyway, yeah, you're talking to a Tennessee fan. I mean, we just scored Julio Jones, man. I was stoked that day. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Got him and AJ Brown next to each other.
That's his number, and he changed his number. You know, once you change your numbers.
No, but did you see that AJ offered it to him and he didn't want it?
Yeah, he don't want it.
So I'm like, okay.
It's a new beast. It's a new beast in it too.
I was just gonna say that. New place, new beginning, new beast. I like that. I like the way you put that. Okay. So we're talking about your favorite football team. Well, what's your favorite wide receiver? Who's your go-to receiver of all time?
Ooh, that's a good one.
So many.
Yeah, so many. All time. I have to say Ocho.
Oh,
Chad Ochocinco.
Okay. Follow-up question. Yeah. Have you ever seen the show The Dark Side? It's called The Dark Side of Football. It's on Vice, and they do a lot of like behind the stuff that you never saw, never heard. You know, they have some pretty good episodes. Shout out to Vice and The Dark Side. You can get it on YouTube, but there's one, The Dark Side of Wide Receivers, and it's mainly focused on Chad. So yeah, you definitely should check it out. And it's like they call them like the divas of the gridiron or something like that. And I was like, what? I'm like, okay, I think you would like it. You should check it out. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see his boxing match, or did you at least see his highlights of his boxing match?
I got to see the highlights for it. You should just stick to the to the field.
Right. Hey, you
gotta stick to the field.
You know how he is, though. He wants to try everything. He did soccer for a while. Remember, he was soccer. Yeah. So.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be the best at it, and
absolutely. And that's what.
At least he's out there.
No, and if you watch that story I told you about, he talks about like why he is the way that he is. You know, because of everything that he went through, and it made him who he is, and he had to be the best at everything. He felt he had to prove himself at everything that he did. So I like that you put that the way that you said. So, okay. So, yeah, all right. So, one more wide receiver question. We totally went off where we were going to go, but who cares? Okay. You already talked about we're talking, Chad is your wide receiver. Let's talk present time. Who is your current NBA star, since you're the dual star? Who is a current NBA star that you feel could be wide receiver right now?
Oh, LeBron James.
And what you want wide receiver? I've heard wide receiver, tight end. I've heard a couple different positions for him.
You put him on like a DK Metcalf. Woo!
Okay, DK.
That's scary.
Oh, yep. Oh, we're losing George.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that answer. Okay, cool. All right, so let's shoot back to basketball a little bit. How did you said you've been playing since you were 9, right? Or ish around there? Yeah. Okay, so did you just play Pee Wee the whole time, or were you in like travel ball, or how did that work for you?
So I started when I was 9, and I paid for Coach Black. If you know about the Drew League, Caldwell Black, he was actually my first basketball coach.
How cool!
And he was good friends with my grandpa, and he put me on the 11 and 12 team at 9 years old. So I was kind of always playing with older kids, just learning the sport. In high school, I went to King Drew, played there. I was varsity my 10th grade year.
Okay.
Had some great years there. I didn't get any scholarships to go to college, so I was a walk-on at Cal State Dominguez.
Okay.
I received my scholarship my senior year. My coach put me on scholarship. So shout out to Molly Goodenbauer. She's
There you
coaching
go.
right now at San Francisco.
Okay, shout out to
Um,
Molly.
yeah, shout out to Molly. And I was able to have a great experience at Dominguez. We won 2 championships back to back.
Nice.
Fell short our third year. Got there, fell short. But just the camaraderie with that team and just um, being able to go through like the struggle of being a college athlete with such a hard coach, just someone who was always on us, but didn't want us to give less than 100%. And our motto was positive attitude, mental toughness. So I try to take that with me in anything that I do. It's something that stuck with me this whole time. And I just appreciate being able to have that experience because it's not, I could have been anywhere else, but that's where I ended up. So
well, you end up
I'm
where
grateful
you're for a reason, you know? And God has his reasons for everything. You never know where you're getting up, why you get cut, why you get moved somewhere else. But that was your reasoning. Do you said it was a hard experience or a tough experience. It's tough and hard are two different. Tough experience to be a college athlete. Could you elaborate on that? I mean, I know coaches are on you a lot, but do you feel like the educational side with that, does that push you hard as well? Like I had coaches in high school, if you didn't have a B, you didn't play. Like, you know, were your coaches on you about grades or were they the opposite? We're not throwing no one under the bus here.
Well,
but like, how was your coaches?
Absolutely. School was always first.
Awesome.
No matter what the circumstance was, we needed to always maintain good grades. We had mandatory study hall.
Love it.
Love it. 4 hours a week. So get in it while you can. And it was kind of hard. We played in the CCAA, so games were every Friday and Saturday. Okay. So a lot of travel. I don't think people really understand like what college athletes go through. We spend just as many hours in school as we do practicing and playing. So it's literally like a full-time job being a college athlete, if you ask me. Just the hours you're putting in and you know.
With that said, how
the school work.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, just like waking up at 6 a.m. to practice, having like an hour in between, going to class all day, then coming back to practice again, then having to study after. You know, it's hard. So shout out to all the college athletes now. It's definitely not an easy, not an easy road, but we make it look easy.
How do you feel about, since we're talking about college athletes, and all the hard work they put in, how do you feel about the new rule to where college athletes are finally going to get paid for their name being on merchandise, being on the marquees and stuff like that? It's way overdue, if you ask me.
No, I think it's deserved. I mean, if a university can make millions of dollars off your name and your likeness, and we're out here struggling to eat meals every day.
Top ramen every night. Yeah.
Cafeteria, you know, so I think it's well deserved. It is a complex conversation as far as you know, the type of like what certain players will get, you know. So it's a complex conversation, but I think it's definitely something that it should have been talked about a long time ago. Back when NCAA games was out.
You're not even gonna start on that. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Right there with you on that one. I've always felt that if your name is making money for somebody, you should get some kind of credit, you know, no matter what it is. So cool. George, do you have any college-related questions you want to ask before we move
on? College-related questions. Oh, man, you pretty much answered one question that I had in mind. Like, how do you manage your everyday life through as being an athlete and then being a student? But you pretty much kind of hit it on the head. Like, you know, you make it easy, but yes, it's hard because you have to manage your time in the gym, time in practice, and then going to school. It's like how do people find the time to do like homework or certain assignments that they have to do?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's
And like,
insane.
like missing classes because you got to travel and stuff like that.
Yeah, like it's just crazy.
I think it all comes down to the environment you're in as well. Do you have the support from your team and your coaches and the school itself? Are they able to help you through that? And we had a great athletic program, great athletic directors who made sure that we were always on track. School was always first, which I definitely agree with because I mean, what's the point of being in school if you're not gonna learn?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, get the most of the time that you're in there for. Playing is cool, but I mean, learning is better.
Right.
Awesome. Well, what advice would you, Kai? What advice would you give to someone, say maybe a sophomore that just made varsity or whatnot, and they're still getting used to that college athlete life? What advice would you give to them to balance education and athletics?
Just stick it out. I mean, every day is not the same. Some days will be easier.
Like
Some days will be really hard. But I think the ones who stick it out and who actually like have that dedication, like it'll show and showed in our championships. It showed in the race that we set. It showed how dedicated we were to our cause and have a support system. Talk to your teammates, talk to your coaches, talk to your trainers. Be transparent about your experience, and that can help a lot.
You just said talk to your trainers, talk to your coaches. There's a lot of athletes that are very scared to do that, especially if you're a superstar and you get injured or something, or they're going through a mental disability, a mental issue. What advice would you give to someone like that when they know that, hey, I'm the big star, I'm killing it. I just shattered my ankle, but I don't want to tell coach. Like I'm just gonna tape it up and fight through it. What advice would you give them?
I think it's really just learning how to communicate. I know my freshman year of basketball, I didn't have great communication with my coaches and the coaching staff, and it showed. And I think it just comes with being able to be open and being able to, trust the people around you, trust that they have good intentions for you, and just opening up about it. Just being able to receive from other people and not just being so stuck on, just you. Because people are out here to help you. They're there to help you.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are, well, the thing with some athletes, especially the ones that have been superstars every year of their life, Little League, Pee Wee, whatever, and they get up there and they need to humble themselves and they're afraid to humble themselves. Sometimes that bites them in the butt, You look at people like, was it Kevin Love, the one who never said anything about, the disability he had, the depression and stuff he was going through, and if people knew about that sooner, they probably could have nit that in the butt early, So you don't want it to get that deep. Okay, so we're in college. We've gone through the college life. What happens to Kai after college?
A lot. I actually got the chance to go to Spain for a month.
Awesome. Go ahead.
And play at Eurobasket. It's it's like I would say like a camp, a basketball camp.
That's
and I was able to train and audition or try out for teams throughout Europe.
Okay.
It was a great experience, but I had to come back home, and I credit the people who travel, who play overseas. It's hard to be away from home for 8 months out of the year. So I take my hat off to people who go overseas and who have successful careers. I wish I could go back, but it's definitely a growing experience.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out to all overseas athletes. Shout out to the military. I don't know how you guys do it. We love you. Thank you for your service. It's crazy. I can't be away from my son for like a week, let alone freaking 6 months. And you're chasing the dream. I get it, but damn, that's got to be hard. Did you get to play with any? You said it was like a tryout. Was there any like big name people over there, like maybe coming down to look at you guys, or any like Euro stars that were there by any chance?
Or is there people
No,
that
but
you know?
I actually got a chance to meet a girl that I actually played with in high school
No
who
way.
played for the pro team, in Spain. She actually went to Narbonne.
Okay.
I can't remember her name at the time, off the top of my head, but
No.
it just shows you how small the world is.
Seriously.
That I go to Spain and meet somebody that I played high school basketball with. But she actually played for the pro team,
Okay.
whose we were using, Uni Girona. I was in Girona, Spain.
Okay.
And I just love the environment of like overseas basketball. I wish the WNBA had just as much support as they do
Yeah.
overseas.
It's slowly coming. Slowly coming.
Yeah, it's coming. But great environment. I'm talking drums and
Oh, I love that.
little
Yeah.
horns at the games. So
I love
I'm
That's
glad
dope.
you guys experienced that.
international ball is a whole nother world, no pun intended. I went to the World Baseball Classic out here in Dodger Stadium a couple years ago,
So
and trumpets and everything. It was crazy. Go ahead, George.
So you said you played in Spain. How was the language barrier over there, and how were you able to communicate with teammates that played with you during your time in Spain?
Well, a lot of my teammates were from out here, just from different cities. I got a chance to play with people from Brazil and Africa, but mainly everyone spoke English who I was with. But as far as like living, Google Translator is like the greatest thing ever made.
For real.
Seriously.
Or like, yeah. Or like,
And then
I had to take Spanish. Yeah, I don't know. I had to take Spanish, and that's one of the things I use is either that or this thing called Spanish Dictionary, DICT.
Yeah, you gotta.
DICT.
Okay, we're good.
That's what I use.
But just and then like knowing a little bit of Spanish from high school, the basics kind of helped me out.
Right.
But they actually speak a completely different language in Girona. They don't even speak Spanish. They speak a language I think it's called Catalan.
Okay.
And it's like yeah. So I was like, it's not even Spanish. So like I'm way up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I got to be able to communicate with people. And just I became a regular at certain food spots, so they would know
that you could use to pronounce and then you.
So that brings me to my next question. So out of your experience there, like what was your favorite food that you remember trying out there? Chicken. Oh, the chicken's pretty good out there?
Chicken, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What
that was probably like
what do they do different there on the chicken that makes it so good?
I don't know, it's just I don't know, maybe because it's not like factory.
So you're saying like the chicken is authentic, basically. So it's not like really like fried chicken that you see out here, like Louisiana or Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Their chicken wings are like this small.
Okay.
And then compared to ours, like these huge chicken wings. So
okay.
A lot of authentic food. McDonald's was actually great. They had like
I hear that a lot when there's McDonald's, Subway, and other places, and they're like, it's so much better here than it is over in the States. I don't know why.
Domino's was good.
Dang, they got Domino's. Domino's is my favorite pizza though.
We
go to Domino's a couple of times.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope.
All right. They still do the 30-minute thing over there or no? Or is that old news? I'm an old man. Sorry.
Oh no. Domino's is close.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, so you've been in Spain, you're in Spain. What happens after that? What happens after Spain? Did you come back
After
to the
Spain, it's just
States,
a lot
or
of
what
work.
happened with that? Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
After Spain, just working.
Okay.
Different jobs. Still staying active in sports though. Being in every league that I could possibly be in, Drew League.
Okay. Get to that in just a few for sure. Awesome.
So just staying active. I've never stopped being active.
Awesome.
So
I love it.
That's
We can
good.
tell. We can tell. You're everywhere, all the time, every time. Grandma Betty J's got something. So go ahead, Grandma. It's yours. You don't have to come on
Okay,
camera if you don't want to. You're good either way.
I said this was Kai's show, but one of the things she talked about going to Spain. Kai is really a well-traveled young lady. When she was in grammar school, the school that she went to, we went to South Africa and
So
spent about a week and a half in South Africa. So she's did a lot of traveling internationally. So she's well seasoned. And she, when you talk about food, and I laugh when she said she spent a lot of time at the restaurant because I don't know if you remember this, but was it kudu? There was an animal over there that was similar to a deer, but it was the kind of meat that Kai really fell in love with. So she was a good eater, even traveling at about 8 or 9 years old over in South Africa. So that was all. I just wanted to bring that up.
love it. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you.
Okay,
Love it.
okay. That's what's
Looking
up.
out,
That's
Grandma.
what's
I
up.
love it. And a lot of people don't know that in South Africa they speak English, right? Just with a British accent, I believe it is in South Africa, right?
yeah, they speak
I think
French.
so.
A lot of African countries speak French.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Man, I'm jealous. You get to go all these cool places. All right. So we come back to the States, we're doing our thing. What kind of, you do a lot of rec leagues, you know, you do the P4E league, you're a team Breonna Taylor. You guys just got a big win the other day, didn't you?
Last night.
Yeah,
Don't
last
spoil it,
night.
George. Let her tell it.
Teammates. I just love hooping with different people. Being able to be on different teams every league. I'm still with the same team in my Drew League though.
Okay.
That one I gotta stick out, but I like hooping with different people. Just learning everybody's game and then being able to learn something from each and every person that I play with.
Okay, so you just brought up the Drew like 3 times. So we've asked the other girls this that play for both P4E and the Drew, especially T Loudermill. She set the bar. She said, look, P4E is nice. You know, it's a great sisterhood. It's family warring. But man, you go to the Drew, it's for the what, George?
Dogs.
It's for the
Dogs.
How do you feel about that, Kai? What's your comparison between the two? Maybe some similarities and some differences of P4E and the Drew.
The camaraderie is the same, but as far as like competition and as far as like energy, there's like the Drew is just kind of like where you prove yourself, like where you prove yourself as a hooper. I feel like just in LA in general, even the men's Drew League, I feel like that's where you prove if you really got it or you don't. Like that's the stamp like that you get as a hooper.
Absolutely.
And
when you went your very first time to the Drew, I mean, you probably ran into some WNBA stars right there or some Euro stars. And if you did you get any type of star shock or did you just jump in and let's go at it?
No, absolutely. So shout out to Keys. He brought me into the Drew League fresh out of college. And I tip my hat to him. He's a great coach, great trainer. And he brought me in because he knew that I can hang with the big dogs. And it's definitely been a great experience. I think one person that I was really kind of starstruck over was Odyssey Sims. I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now like that's my friend, like, so it's kind of like, you get to meet these people and they're just as down to earth as you are and just creating bonds with them and being able to get advice from them.
That's it right
is
there.
Great.
That's it right there. Again, the humbling thing. You come in, you're this superstar of like the leagues or your high school or your college. You get in the Drew, you're the minnow in the shark in the ocean with the sharks, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta go to the big dog. You gotta go talk to Odyssey. You gotta talk to Chelsea. You gotta talk to whoever's there because they lived it, you know? I mean, you've done your thing,
Yeah.
but they've been there, you know, and just hearing their stories might help your game. You never know. And then maybe some stuff that you do that they see they might take. You never know. So I love the way that you put that. Okay. So we've done the Drew, we've done P for E. And then for P for E, you guys are actually moving on to the semifinals or
Semifinals.
women's semifinals next week, Thursday, correct?
Yeah.
I don't get to see it. I'm so mad. Sorry. Anyway, cool. Yeah, you go balls out on that. Everybody, you go all out. Your team, your entire team. We've interviewed a few of your teammates, and we got some more coming. And then you got everybody in that league. Everybody in that league goes all out. And the cool part is you guys pray before, you guys pray after, and you're like we said, you're a sisterhood. I mean, can you explain? You said the camaraderie is the same, but what do you mean by that? Like, is the sisterhood like really tight, or how is it at P for E?
I think P3 just the part where we get to be outside of basketball. So I definitely enjoy the prayer circle before. I think that just connects us with everybody there, just on a whole different level. Because it's something more important. Like I said, I love things that are just bigger than me and being a part of something that's bigger than me. And I think that's what brings you closer to people, just being able to, share, what's going on and be able to, pray about it and speak about it together.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably like one of the best things about this league is definitely that.
As if she couldn't get any more awesome, right, George? Jeez.
Right.
All right. So we're talking about things bigger than basketball. Let's jump into family. You are really, from what I've seen, you're very family orientated. I'm not
Yes.
sure if this is the girl's name. Charlie? I saw this kid, Charlie, that you were with.
Charlie.
Who's that?
Yes.
Who's that?
So Charlie is my little cousin. She's kind of like my daughter.
Okay.
So she's just like this very talented, smart little girl. And I just want to be the best me so that I can, leave something for her to, use, like kind of be a muse for her. Of course, she's into dancing and, singing, stuff like that.
I see a lot of you in there. I hear a lot of you in there right now. I'm just saying. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
We're much alike, but yeah, I'm very family oriented.
Love it.
If you high school, college, even now, my family goes everywhere that I go.
As we can see, Grandma's right here. We love you, Grandma. Good way to support.
My mom's in here.
My
mom's here. My aunt's
here. Is that who these people are? I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support.
Shout out to Kai's family.
We love the Wilson family. We love you guys. Kai is an amazing person. We wouldn't have brought her on if she wasn't. She's just a great person overall. And I love that her story is getting out here to just give 100 all the time, And if you want to do multi things, you want to go into business, I can't wait to find out about this leadership program. That's what I'm going into next. We're talking about being bigger than life. You started a leadership program for Black girls. I want to hear this. What you got?
So it hasn't really gotten off the ground, but basically, it's called Color Girls LA. And basically what I want to do is take girls from different schools and put them into a sisterhood program to where they have, the resources to learn about school and just have a mentor. So I'm working on trying to pair them with local colleges as well. And then maybe a couple HBCUs. So it's something that's in the works, but it's definitely something that I want to get off the ground. COVID kind of stopped it a bit.
Yeah.
But that's definitely what I wanted to do because I feel like that was something that I could have used when I was in high school. Just a mentor and someone who could help me navigate through, high school and college. So it's something that hopefully
go ahead.
In the next year or so.
Yeah, no, it's so true because you got especially kids, inner city kids, or hell, I don't even just throw inner city. You got like rich kids who the parents just don't want to be there for them or aren't there for them. or you get, like you said, the foster kid, the abused kid, the sexually abused kid, whatever. They just want to get out. They need to get out. And you give them that outlet. And then someone positive like you comes into their lives. Are you kidding me? Like, you're going to change so many lives. Whether you do it now, whether you do it in 5 years, you're going to change somebody's life, if not multiple people's lives, Kai. And just by people hearing what you're talking about right now, if we turn off the show right now, you have already affected lives of a bunch of our listeners. So thank you so much for that. I want to know though, you said you're taking them from schools and you're putting them into a program. Are we looking strictly educational? Like we're strictly focusing on getting them into schools, or do you do like outings or like sisterly outings, or what is that? How is that like?
It's kind of like a big sister program. So anything that, as far as like resources, probably I'm looking to pair with the LA Food Bank, hopefully. It's just a lot of plans that I have that I just need to actually get off the ground. But just having the resources that you don't usually get from your school, or maybe that you may not get from your local park, or you may not get from home. So just having an outlet. Awesome. I credit the Brotherhood Crusade because that's definitely what they do. They have a shout out to the Brotherhood Crusade. It's definitely a space where, you know, the youth can feel safe and feel respected and actually have resources out there for them. So that's definitely something I want to do in my own community.
Okay, that's awesome. Hey, shout out to Kai for doing this. You get your name out there, Kai. Just keep pushing it. You know, little bits here and there. Just hey, I'm coming back in a month. I'm coming back in 2 months. You know, if you have little girls or girl athletes or whatever it is you're gonna do, or even like you said, you could put in all different things. You could put a little basketball program. You could put an educational program. You could put a music program. People will help you. You know, we're All Sports Media. We're down. You want us for help with coaching? You want us to help with anything? Just let me know. Let George know. Let Coach know. We're there. You know, we'll help you out. And then the beauty of social media, your name could be on the other side of the world like that. You know, you never know. So that's awesome. That's the first thing I saw when I did the research on your Instagram. I was like, this is so cool. I have to hear about this because I've done after school programs. I've worked at schools. I've seen George knows the story, very, very difficult situations for kids. I worked in Tustin, the bad part. And I had a 12-year-old who was afraid she was going to get kicked out of her house because she was a lesbian, you know, and she was in a traditional Hispanic family. Mom's going to beat my ass and then throw me out, you know, and a 12-year-old shouldn't have to think about that, you know. Other ones where my dad abuses me, like I heard things that I had to take to the grave, and I've heard things that, you know, I had to report, obviously, you know, but with you, it's people can come to you. You know, you're open, you're willing to listen, and that's all somebody needs sometimes. And you can change a life. You might even save a life, Kai. You never know. So I'm just putting that out there for you. Okay, so now we're saving little girls' lives. You have an amazing family. Charlie is super awesome. We've already went to the hard court. Let's hit the gridiron, Kai. How did football get started? Like, I just want to play tackle football right now. I didn't even know there was women's leagues. I know there is, but I didn't know of like the professional league you're talking about. This is freaking awesome. Let us know what it is, Kai. What's going on with
that? So my friend Jamie, I played college basketball with her. One of my good friends. She played for a couple years, and she kept telling me like, just come play, you know, just come try it. And so finally I was like, all right, let me go try it. And I ended up being good at it. So it's just something that I stuck to, and I just really enjoy it. I love my team, great coaches. And it's just kind of a different environment. It's completely different from basketball. I get to hit people. I get to not get hit by people. So it's definitely something different. I really enjoy it. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to getting this championship this year because we got snubbed out of it last year.
Yeah, you gotta let me know.
Damn, like the only girl on the football team?
Sorry, George, I cut you off. Go ahead, George.
We have I believe 2 more games before playoffs.
Let us know. We'll be there. We'll totally go check it out. George, you were saying something. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, so yeah, yeah, you're the only female that played football, right? Like
No,
that's
actually,
What league,
or
dude?
was it sorry.
another basketball player, Bree.
Okay,
What's
okay.
her
I
name?
think I know who you're talking
Her last name. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
about. Water break.
Hold on. This is her first year. She made All American too. Shout out to Bree. Bree Barrett.
Bree Barrett. Shout out to
Oh
Barrett.
yeah, I know her.
Okay.
Yeah, she played. Oh yeah, she plays with
player
Jenna
as well.
Vandy and Angela on
Yep.
the same team.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
And you want to give a shout out, Kai? You're talking about being in the almost in the playoffs. You're talking about kicking ass. Excuse my French, but you're kicking butt. And what? All right, obviously you play wide receiver. We were talking about that earlier. But what's your team name? Give them a shout out. Give the league a shout out. Go for it.
Cali War. We have a game tomorrow,
Cali War.
6 p.m. High school. If you guys are available, come out, come support. A great game against a great team, and we're looking forward to kicking some ass.
Yeah.
Hey!
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Straight,
Spoke that into existence.
straight up baller. Both sports. Freaking absolutely love it. I can't wait for this next part of the show. All right. Once again, everybody, thank you for joining us who are here, the awesome Wilson family, along with anybody else who's watching later on youtube.com, All Sports Media Team, where you can see all our other 47 shows. If you want to check that as well. And also we did Oxford Orcas Media for the first 25. Make sure you guys check that as well. Again, this is episode 48, part 2, with Kai, Los Angeles Element Wilson, Backboards and Facemasks. And if you don't know by now you know why. Because she does everything. She could be a hockey player if she wanted to. I could totally see you being like a winger or something. Like totally. Just go home and get her some skates and she's off. You know? Like I could totally see that. And smiling through her face mask as she checks someone into the boards. Like that would be freaking awesome. And you know it's funny that you do all these sports, Kai, because me, George, and the All Sports Media Team, we promote women. Say it, George. Go ahead. What do we sport?
Women empowerment.
There it is.
Yeah.
Women empowerment and sport.
Women empowerment.
We're getting it. You know, we got 2 world champion football coaches from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got the San Francisco 49ers female coach. We got the female referees, the female kicker in college. We talked about that a little while ago. And then, of course, the one, you know, Becky Hammond. She's going to be the next San Antonio Spurs head coach, you know, once Pop leaves.
Yeah.
We've been pulling for her for years. It's going to happen. I mean, and what do we always say? We always say, once we get that one female baseball player, sports has made it because baseball is so freaking traditional. It's going to happen. There are some badass. I've been watching the women's softball tournament. Oh my God. Alo of freaking Oklahoma, 17 home runs in what, 2 weeks? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And this other girl, the Oklahoma pitcher, pitched 90% of the games in the tournament. Oh, it's insane. But then you think of people like Jenny Finch, which might have been before your time. But Jenny Finch, she struck out Albert Pujols at the All-Star game. She struck out Barry Bonds. You know, it's like she could easily play in the pros, you know? So I want to ask you a quick random question out of nowhere. What female star, it could be soccer, basketball, whoever, do you feel
any type of sport,
any sport could play in the MLB right now? Doesn't matter what position. It could be current, it could be a past. Because I'm thinking
They can be from.
it can be past also. And I could think of a few off the top of my head.
dead or alive.
Yeah, he would throw that in there.
I think anyone who could be successful in like any other sport is probably like Diana Taurasi.
I was just thinking that.
The logo.
I was just thinking that.
The logo, the new logo. How do you feel about that, Kai? You're a female baller. How do you feel about Diana Taurasi playing on her own logo? How must that feel? What did that happen to you? What kind of emotions go through your head? If you were the new logo, say like the Drew or something like that.
I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
She's probably like the GOAT.
She is a goat. She's sorry, she is a goat.
She's the GOAT, I think. So it's well deserved. And she's a LA baby.
That's right. Let's throw that out there. Yeah, love that. Shout out to Diana Taurasi at Diana Taurasi. Shout out to Phoenix Mercury. So shout out to all them. Okay, we're talking logo. I wasn't gonna go here, I promise, but it just happened. So what the heck? Logo talk. George knows where I'm going. There was rumors that Kobe was gonna be the new NBA logo. I don't know if you heard that or not. How would you feel about that? And if so, how soon should they do it?
Now.
You know, like right now, like next season?
Yeah, immediately.
They should.
Like
Immediately.
No,
right
I
now.
agree. I agree. I mean, I
We're
love
fine with it.
yeah. I think the NBA would be totally fine with it. But honestly, if you think about it in a way, like don't get me wrong, I love Vanessa, I love the girls. I think the whole situation sucks that happened, everything that fell, all the fall through after with those stupid police and everything, absolute asinine, shouldn't have
Oh, yeah.
happened. But I feel that you need a couple years to pass after a death for it to be authenticated. Because you think about it, if you would have gave him the logo like right away, they're like, oh, he only did it because he died. You know, they only did it because he's not here anymore. You know, maybe next year, the year after, then it's more legitimate. Maybe that's just how I feel. And I love Kobe. George knows I love Kobe. You know, but
Mhm.
I think it would give more a name, more. I'm trying to think of the word. Promise to the legacy of Kobe Bryant to give him, you know, the logo in next year or the following year or something like that. I think because you don't want it like Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero. Yeah, WWE did this with Eddie Guerrero when
Oh
he died.
yeah.
Very that same year they put him in the
That's
Hall of
right
Fame.
there.
You know, so oh, she knows her wrestling, George. Uh-oh, we're in trouble now. I'm a big wrestling fan, so
Yeah.
SummerSlam's in Vegas this
Mysterio.
year. What
Yeah.
the? So nice. Okay, awesome. I love that. Uh-oh, Grandma just chimed in with something cool. Kai has her picture immortalized in the rotunda at the cow. What? Why didn't you mention that? Kai has her picture immortalized in the
Yeah.
rotunda at Cal State Dominguez. Oh, Kai, you must explain. Thank you, Grandma. Okay, Kai, what is that all about?
Yeah,
That's
you
Talk to
gotta
me. That's
elaborate. You gotta
awesome. Come
elaborate.
on. No, you don't need to be
that's
humble right
not
now.
grandma.
We love Grandma.
Well,
That's
actually,
so
that's not
good.
grandma.
Shout out to Grandma. Oh,
That's
That's
not
somebody
grandma.
else's
Auntie said
grandma.
it.
That's her
I
aunt.
apologize. Auntie, you told me Grandma. All right, Auntie, I apologize.
Come on, Ricky.
I said big sister earlier, so don't even get on me. All right. So, all right. Well, that either way, that's freaking awesome. You want to explain that really quick before we get into our little fun bit that we do?
They redesigned like the podiums in the LSU. That's like our cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
And when they redesigned them, they put like all the sports players up, and I just
Right.
happened to be one of them.
You just so happen to be one of them. Of course. Of course. Stop being it. Stop it. That's awesome.
Stop
Take that
downplaying
in.
it.
That is so cool. And your legacy's there for years to come now. You know, so take it. Love it. Enjoy it. All right. Now we're gonna have a little bit of fun, Kai. I mean, I'm already having fun. I've been smiling, laughing the whole time. You just have that awesome. I knew that coming into this, the vibe that you gave off. For the first time I interviewed you, all you did was smile, you know, and I love interviews like that. And you just feel comfortable with the person. You're not talking to the athlete, you're talking to the person, you know, and that's what I feel like we're doing now. And you're going to teach that by this show. You're teaching that to up and coming high school athletes, college athletes. Hell, there might even be pros watching this. They're like, hey, man, I really should change the way that I speak to the media, you know, something like that, you know, whatever, you know. So that's the vibe I get from you. All right, check this. We do 5 questions at the end of our show that we've done for everybody. Again, you're their 48th show. Our first question is
One
motivation.
more.
And after that, no, we do 5, but motivation's kind of its own thing. So our first one is you talked about grandpa, I believe it was. You talked about coaches. Who was your big motivation going through your athletic life, both sports?
My grandpa,
Your grandpa?
he was like my coach. Took me to every single game, and just definitely taught me like everything that I know about every sport that I played. So I would have to give all my skill and everything that I know definitely to him.
Okay. Did he ever coach any of your teams at all?
Any of my teams, no, but he was a basketball coach for Jefferson High School in Manual.
Okay. Okay. Shout out
And I
to
think he was football too.
I like it. Okay, cool. So shout out to Grandpa. Okay, George, you want to go ahead and ask her about the one-on-one?
The one-on-one. Hey, so Kai, so if you had a chance to play against either an NBA player or a WNBA player, who would you go one-on-one with and why?
Oh, that's kind of hard.
We got time.
Dead or alive, any era.
We got time.
Any air. Ooh, Cheryl Swoops.
Woo! Swoopsy! Love it. I love it.
Yeah, shout out to Cheryl Swoops.
Okay.
And what about NBA?
Yeah, what about NBA? Hey, we gotta do football too, bro. Don't think we're not gonna talk about football either.
NBA.
Like Deion Sanders or something. Watch. Go on.
Or Terrell Owens.
Okay. Let her finish NBA. Let her finish NBA.
Probably Melo.
Okay, yeah, you were talking about Melo,
Oh.
like Melo earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because like she saw my drawing.
Yeah,
when
George
he
is gonna
played
give it
for
to
the
her.
Knicks.
George is gonna sign
Yeah.
it and give it to her. Okay, I like it.
If you want it, just hit me up. Just send me
I'm
the DM.
I just scored your picture.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Melo too, because just he's an advocate.
There you
Same
go.
thing, like humanitarian. Everything.
Did he win
is
an
big.
award today? I
Did
heard he won an award about that today.
Yeah, so I think he was nominated for. It's like the Bill Russell Award.
Oh, that's
think
like, isn't that like a
so,
charity
yeah.
award of some sort? It's a charity
Yeah.
award, right? Kind of like the Walter
Mhm.
Payton Award in the NFL.
Yeah.
Awesome, I love that. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony at Carmelo Anthony. Shout out to him. I was shouting at lots of people today. I love it. Okay, cool. Well, you know you're not getting away with football. We're going to talk about football too. You being a wide receiver, what cornerback, EB, or free safety would you want to go up against? Like a Deion Sanders, a Samari Roll, someone like that.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh, he's a great corner too. He's a great corner.
You had a great one. You got to pick the great ones.
Shout
You got to pick the great ones.
him out.
Damn, I love it.
Jalen Ramsey.
I would love to see that. That'd be awesome. Ty Law is the one that
he's
drove
one
me
of my favorite
craziest.
numbers.
Yeah, Ty Law would drive me the craziest because he played for the Patriots. My Titans played the Patriots in the playoffs all the time. Ty Law would pick us off and we'd be screwed. And he was one of the good to the corner. Of course, Deion Sanders is out there too. I'm just putting that out there. That was my guy back in the day. He was the reason I got my ears pierced when I was 8. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. You get a blank check. You're handed a blank check, Kai, to play for any WNBA team. Where is Kai going? Or are you staying home? You staying home?
Oh, I already know.
You know where I'm going.
We got
I know where she's going.
So she's gonna join our 20 girls that are
She's
going.
wearing that hat right now.
Sparks. Shout out to the LA Sparks. All right. What motivates you to be a Spark? What would motivate besides being LA? Let's cut LA out of that. I know it's hard for you, but let's cut LA out of it. What would motivate you to want to go to Sparks?
Just being able to grow up and watch them play.
Okay.
And to see like great players come out of there and championships come out of there. And just LA basketball in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we had to take LA out. But if we take it out, just being able to watch the team, and that one team that you watch growing up, that's gonna be your team.
Yeah.
And all these players, like they have dreams of playing for their home teams.
Okay, so with that said, it's funny you just said that. You're like reading my mind. You just said they want to play for their home team, home place. Candace Parker leaves. How did you feel when she went home to Chicago? I was
she was home, so it was kind of different.
Yeah.
Because she gave us great years. She gave us her all, but I think like you said, to go home is just different, and to play, where you're from, it comes with a different swag, I guess.
Yeah. Well, on the
and
same,
she won us the championship.
That's true. On the same boat, Chelsea just left as well to Vegas, right? Well, how do you feel about what Chelsea left to Vegas?
That hurt. Really, Ricky?
I'm sorry, bro. You had to put that out there too.
That hurt.
Yeah. That hurt.
Jordan.
But yeah, just I think every team has to evolve.
Of course.
And players just have to make the best decisions for themselves.
Mhm.
So I think they make great choices at the end of the day. They both went to great teams. So it just gives us, more room to grow as a
Mhm.
team.
I
So
love that. I have another follow-up question that I've never asked anybody except for I'm going to ask you since we're talking like all this Sparks. Any Sparks player from Lisa Leslie to Candace Parker to, was it
Tamika Dixon to
yeah.
to
So
Lisa Milton Jones.
let's just say the head coach job is vacant. You're allowed to bring one of the former players back. Who's coaching the Sparks next year?
ooh,
It just popped in my head just now.
Lisa.
Lisa?
And she's a big three coach now.
That's true. That is
Didn't
true.
she get the ring?
Yeah.
Ring? Yeah, she won, right? Okay. Again, women empowerment. There.
She won last year.
Okay, but she does have a ring though from it though.
Oh yeah, from the Sparks. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a ring. Okay. She's just got that
Yeah,
leadership.
she has 2 rings.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she just has that leadership skill. You've seen that since day one. You just have that vibe from her. All right, George. I know what question you
I'm
want
excited.
to ask. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kai. Wait, George. Go ahead, Kai. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I'm excited to see her coaching the Big Three.
It was fun. Big Three is actually really entertaining. Okay. Oh, I'm being requested to ask you about your vertical leap.
Ooh.
About your vertical.
And you did say she
Look at her,
could
she's
dunk.
trying to be all humble. She doesn't want to tell us any of the cool stuff. Your family's got you. Your family's got you, Kai. We got you. What's up with the vertical? What's up with the vertical?
I don't remember my last vertical test, but it was like 41.
Ooh,
wow,
41.
Okay.
Ooh, that's high.
Damn. All right. Okay. Glad we asked that question. All right, George, go for it. You know you were waiting to ask it. Go ahead and ask it. I can see your smile. Just go. Just do it.
Well, my question that I ask all our guests is, what's your favorite basketball movie and what message
We
you
should
get
do
out
football
of it?
too with her.
Ooh.
And football.
Oh, Remember the Titans is my favorite football movie.
Oh, that's a great movie. That's a great movie, hands down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Remember the Titans.
Favorite basketball movie? Space Jam.
Oh, now we got the follow-up question coming. All right, Space Jam is just.
Go ahead, you ask it, Ricky.
But you grew up with it. Is that why, Kai, or did you?
Yeah.
Have a
So
reason.
Space Jam kind of got me into like wanting to dunk. Like
Okay.
I was probably like 2. So like, and my brother played basketball. My Gigi used to have a basketball court in the backyard, and I would literally put the trash can under the court and try to jump from the trash can to dunk.
Why is it I could totally see you doing that?
Like 3-4 years old, like literally trying to jump off a trash can.
That's awesome. Get the arm stretch that Jordan did. That was great.
Yes.
Okay. So you're an old school Space Jam fan. Let's be real. Space Jam's on its way very shortly. We know a couple people. Shout out to
July 16th.
Italian. July 16th. Space Jam 2 is coming out. How do you feel about it? First of all, do you think LeBron's going to do okay? This is always a 3-parter. How do you feel about it? Do you think LeBron's going to do okay? And should we have done it about 10 years ago and had Kobe in it?
Ooh. So I think the original is always going to be the best, no matter like how good this one is. Nothing is ever going to beat the original Space Jam. But I'm excited to see, like, with all new graphics, like getting to see how it's evolved, technology and just like graphic design at that. So and then having women basketball players as like the Monstars this time. So I think that's pretty cool.
Black Italians, Black Italians playing Taz, just saying, putting that out there. We interviewed her. She told us about it. So it's funny you bring up the Monstars because George will tell you I was super bummed because I heard a rumor there wasn't going to be any Monstars, and that was like my favorite part of the first movie because you got to see frickin' was it Muggsy and a couple others.
Yeah.
The big
Yeah, when
names.
Ricky heard about it, Ricky really lost
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I lost
Ricky
it.
lost it.
And then Alicia's like, no, I can't tell you who, but there's gonna be Monstars. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And we started a list. They were like, who do you think? Yeah, I know a few just by looking at the toys. I'm not gonna say what because my son has a few of the toys.
So I think it's James,
Oh,
Anthony Davis,
James.
Neka, Diana, and
said it, not me.
I don't know who the fifth is.
There you go. She said it, not me. I know there's a girl, like you said, there's a girl villain also.
How-
But I love that the AD one is called the Brow. I thought that was hilarious. So,
Yeah.
all right, no more spoilers. We're done with that. All right, cool. George, don't call it Mount Rushmore.
Wow.
Don't call it Mount Rushmore. Go ahead and
Yeah, you don't want Ricky to go on his little Ricky's rants.
No, that's not a rant though. That's not a rant. I think that's exciting. I think
I
that's
know.
cool.
I'm just messing with you. I just like to say
You're
that.
killing me.
But
Smoke.
yeah.
All
But
right.
anyway, so my second question is, so who's your fave 5 NBA player and WNBA player? And I'll throw NFL in there too,
If
like
you want to. Any position, any era. Let's start
any
with NBA.
position, any era.
Let's start with WNBA.
Mhm.
Everybody's had to do this, even us. Everybody's done it. It could be any position, any era. So WNBA.
All right, I got Lisa Leslie,
Okay.
Okay.
Diana Taurasi.
Ooh, the
Okay.
goat. Okay.
I got Cheryl Swoops
Oopsie.
Okay.
first. Lauren Jackson,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'll get one more.
Yeah.
Candace
Of
Parker.
course, Candace. All right, cool. I like it.
Wow.
That's
Diana Taurasi's the only guard.
That's a well-rounded
Yeah.
team. Though.
I like the
Hey.
big.
Like I know you like to play big. You love to have a big
Yeah.
team.
Okay, so you're gonna go like that on your WNBA. I can't wait to see your NBA. What do we got for NBA?
Yeah, I want to hear NBA.
NBA, we got Melo,
Of course.
Okay.
Bron.
Okay.
I'm picking my era mostly.
You're all good, dude. It's your show, girl. You
Go
can-
ahead. It's your show. Any era.
Any era.
So LeBron.
I got Jordan.
Jordan. Okay. Okay. Wait,
Okay.
George, not yet. Go ahead.
Kobe.
Of course, Kobe. Okay.
And I get a fifth.
Do you want a big or you want to go all small?
One big. I got the Diesel.
Oh yes, you said it.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll take the
Go
first
ahead,
one, and
Ricky.
George should have the second one. I'll take the first one.
Okay. Take the
Which
first
Kobe?
one.
Which Kobe are we talking? We talking 8 Kobe, 24 Kobe? We're talking Afro Kobe or 60, 81 Kobe?
Talking the short number 8.
Number 8 Kobe. Okay. All right, George, you can ask the other one.
Pro Kobe.
I'm talking Orlando Shaq.
Woo!
Fresh.
Dang, she already
Yes,
know.
sir.
She already know I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yo, Ricky, she watched our show and
She probably
knew what
has. She
question-
knows.
Yeah.
Shout out to
She
Doc.
knew what was coming.
Shout
She
out
knew
to
what
Doc
was coming.
Serene. That's Doc Serene's thing. She always says, "Which Shaq? Which Shaq are we talking?" You know,
Yeah.
until we go through the rainbow.
You see how she just answered that question right before I
That
asked
was awesome. Look at you being
it?
an
Yeah. Yeah, she's been watching our shows, Ricky.
He's even a superstar in answering questions, man. Like, what are we even doing here? Let me just drop the pen and walk out. Like, what are we doing with our lives? Oh, I
For
love
real,
it.
for real.
I love
Oh,
it. Okay. What about NFL? Should we do NFL? NFL would be like quarterback,
let's-
running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end. How about that? Can you do that?
I got
All
two
right.
receivers, a tight end, and a quarterback.
Sure.
I got Tony Romo as my quarterback.
Romo? Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, she's a Cowboys fan, so you
Reggie
know.
Wayne.
Well, she picked Reggie Wayne. Okay, cool.
Oh, Reggie Wayne. Okay.
I got Ocho as my
Oh,
receivers.
Okay.
I need a tight end.
What was that?
I need a tight end, huh?
Yeah, right now you got 2 wide receivers, a quarterback. How about a running back and a quarterback? I mean, a running back and a tight end. Yeah.
My running back.
Watch your saying
Ooh.
Miss Smith.
Hey,
No,
man.
I'm gonna say Marshall Falk.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Marshall Falk.
Oh, Marshall Falk is pretty dope.
Okay. Are we talking Colts Falk? Are we talking Rams Falk? Which one are we talking?
We're talking Rams.
Rams? Okay.
Okay.
Marshall Falk. Okay. I love it.
Rams Marshall Falk.
I love
It
it.
was St. Louis.
Oh, snap. Super Bowl champion, Marshall. Okay. All right. And then you're
Tight end.
There's so many good
I
ones.
really like Gronk.
Gronk. Oh, shout out to one of the craziest dudes in all of the NFL. Former WWE
Yeah.
24/7 champion. I'm throwing that out there too.
Mhm.
I gotta put that
All
out there. He even has a figure
All right.
with the belt, bro. No joke. My son saw it the other day at Target. So awesome. Okay, I like that you have these teams so well rounded, Kai, and it's like you think your things
Hey,
through. I absolutely love that.
Hey,
George,
Ricky, we got like someone asking a question right here.
I
We
think
got a
did
request
I
a
answer it or
question.
not? I might have answered it.
Yeah, it's
I
my
think
mom. I answered it already.
It's all good.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
talking about your baseball? Yeah, she talked about it a little bit at the beginning. We had a request for
Yeah,
her to
she
talk about
did.
her baseball and soccer. She mentioned it at the beginning a little bit. I don't want to hold you guys over too much. Awesome.
All right, so here's my question.
Are you doing closing or just this random question?
Just a random question. So Kobe has passed away a little over a year now. Last year in January. What was your reaction when you first heard the news? And what did you learn from Kobe's legacy that you want to bring to your future endeavors?
I love that.
And what does the Mamba mentality mean to you?
I love that too.
I think mainly like Kobe as outside of basketball, like I said, just the impact he had on people. I think that's what resonates most with me. Just being a coach, being a family man, and then having stories about him that you hear from different people that have absolutely nothing to do with basketball. Just about how intelligent he was and like the great person he was. He won an Oscar.
That was yeah.
The first NBA player to win an Oscar. That's impressive.
He started a venture capital. What is it? A venture capital company. That actually launched an IPO. So like you don't get to talk about that. We usually just talk about Kobe as a basketball player.
He did so much.
He's written books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
He's a storyteller too.
What was that, George?
So I just think that resonates most with me.
No, I was saying like Kobe's a really great storyteller.
No, absolutely. I mean, hello, dear basketball. But he's also like he did so much more than basketball. He did the Mamba facility, the Mamba mentality. He did the thing with the
Mamba Academy.
Hashtag a girl dad that went international. You know, it went viral instantly. You know, and it wasn't just a hashtag. It was a lifestyle. You know, I don't have a daughter, but you know, I have a niece, and she's only like 6. You know, and I take that approach when I'm with her. You know, and you just have to be that way, whether it's a girl or a boy. You have to say, hey, you can do whatever you want if you put your heart into it and you don't give up. So, and then like you said, he did the writing. There's always stuff. That's the cool thing about athletes. You never know what else they're doing. Look at Kai. Kai, you play football. You're going to be going into business. You're doing stuff on the side for charity. Like that's awesome. You know, and that's going to change so many lives, so much more than signing an autograph on a basketball. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but you're opening doors for these little girls, these teenage girls that would otherwise be out doing drugs, getting pregnant, you know, doing whatever. You never know. And here you are saving them by taking them on trips, you know, playing basketball with them, doing, you know, counseling, even those couple hours. You know, you have, I don't want to cry on air, suicidal children at the age as young as 7. And I've known kids that were cutters at the age of 10, you know, and it hits hard, and here you are saving those lives. So keep pushing, keep doing that because you're going to save some lives, Kai. Okay. So don't give up on that and keep pushing that. And we'll back you 1,000,000%. You call us, we're there. I mean it. I don't care what it is. You let us know and we got your back. So sorry about that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys, giving a platform for us to share our stories. There's not too many out there who want to hear, the local basketball player or the local soccer player, so it creates a bigger community within inside itself. So
but it's also, it also, once people see these shows, the fact that you are local, finger quote local, you resonate with so many other people. Yeah, Carmelo can say, hey, I lived in the hood. I made it out of the hood and I'm in the pros now. Well, you know what? We're not in the pros. We're not in the pros yet. We're where we are, and this girl, we can relate to her. I'm in that same boat, we're in that same boat. We're chasing the dream. We're going for it. Full pledge, 1,000,000%, wholehearted. And yeah, we're gonna get knocked down, but you're showing you just keep getting up, just keep getting up, because you never know where it's gonna go. So now that I'm crying all the way down to my chin, George, go ahead. Let's go ahead and get your closing question. You there? There we
All
go.
right, so I actually have two closing questions.
Well,
So number one, when it's all said and done, when you are ready to hang those sneakers up, what legacy do you want to leave to other people? Like, what do you want to be remembered by? And then number two is we're towards the end. So who should we bring to our show in the near future? It could be a teammate. It could be anybody. It could be anybody around your community. Who should we bring to? Yeah. Who should we bring before maybe the 50th episode or maybe before? Like, who should we bring or even after? Yeah. So who should we bring to interview?
Have you guys got T yet?
Oh yeah, she was our first.
Oh yeah, she was our first one. She was our first. Yes.
I was gonna say, I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, and we have another one of your dates come in next week, I believe. We're recording with JPZ again. Yeah. So that's why I called it 48 part 2, because we started a show with her, but technology.
But T's a great one. T's a great one.
We love one of a kind girl, man.
Oh my gosh, we were on a roll with that one.
Oh, that one was fun.
Definitely one of my mentors. So
wow. T. Loudermill. At No Excuse, Just Produce. Yep.
That's kind of hard. Let me think about that. So let me answer my legacy
later on that one.
Okay. Go ahead.
So what about you?
Go ahead.
I think when it's all said and done, I just want people to know that basketball just created a bigger avenue for me to venture and do other things. That it taught me about teamwork. It taught me about communication, and it taught me that you're just this one small part of something way bigger, but the bigger part doesn't work unless you do your part. Wow. So I think what I want to leave behind is just how authentic I was to it, and how it was fun, and how it was hard work as well. So I think just always being myself, no matter what environment I was in. I think that's kind of what I want to leave.
This just got deep, George.
Okay.
No answer. That was a really good answer. That was a really. Okay. I think you kind of answered my final question. I'll ask it anyway. My final question is, what is something that you can carry from your experience on the gridiron and the hardwood that you carry in everyday life, or you can carry in everyday life?
Just the grind, I would say. Just being able to fight through tough situations. I feel like that kind of like sports kind of reflects life. Like you run into these bumps, and it's just kind of how do you get over them? Yep. And it's about figuring it out. And there's never one answer. There's always options, and it's just about like figuring out the best option. So I think that's kind of what I get from sports in general, It's just seeing the playing field and what you can get best out of it.
Drop the mic.
Right.
That is it. Drop the mic.
And drop.
Drop the mic right there. You can't go anywhere past that. There's bigger things ahead. Do your small part and you'll make the big things. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Your bet. I'm dropping. I have nothing else to say. I can't go above that. Again, I just want to say thank you, Kai. It's been fun talking to you this week. I mean, you're so enthusiastic. You're so energetic. You're like, this is so cool. I can't wait to jump on, and all the cool stuff. And you make me feel good when you do that. I mean, your smile, your vibe, you're a great person. And I don't mean that just as an athlete, because when I met you that Thursday, I knew Kai Wilson the athlete. And now I know Kai Wilson the person, and I respect you so much more. Just like I said, when I saw that leadership program that you started, it hit me right here because it reminded me of all the after school programs, all the things that I saw and the things that I went through. And I hear what you were seeing and what you're dealing with. And like I said, I can't say it enough, Kai, you're going to change some little girl's life. Whether it's that just one day or one conversation, you're going to change this little girl's life. She's going to become a big business mogul. She's going to become an athlete. She's going to become an awesome mother. I don't know what else to say about that. I absolutely freaking love you. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I know George does as well. So again, let's just give a little rundown of what you've done. You played for P3, you played for the Drew, you went to the Euros. You also played for the Women's Football Alliance for the California War, who's playing tomorrow night. Make sure you guys check out that game. You're pursuing business, so I can't wait to see where you venture into that. Very family oriented. Shout out to little Charlie.
Ricky.
No, what? Yeah, what? You cut me off.
You are forgetting one. Yes. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Forgetting one league that she actually plays in.
I wasn't done. I was going to
Basketball Beauties.
Basketball Beauties. Yeah, we didn't really talk about that, but because we went off track. But we love the Beauties as well. We've interviewed a lot of the girls from the Beauties, and you guys are straight up ballers. We love you guys as well. You're knowledgeable too. When I asked you to talk about your favorite wide receivers, your favorite, boom, you were on it. You were on it right away, and I respect the hell out of that because it's not, I just play the sport. No, you know the sport. You respect the sport, and I respect you for that. So that's freaking awesome. All I gotta say, keep pushing, Kai. You're gonna change a life. You changed my life. I guarantee you, just by what you did today. People are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, oh my God, like I'm complaining about the little crap I'm going through. I need to keep pushing because it might be worth it in the end. I always tell people, if God's gonna lead you to a storm, He's gonna lead you through the storm. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
That verse has actually saved me many times. I went through some dark times myself, and my cousin, who's a pastor or a pastor, gave me that, and I use it all the time. So you can use that all you want. Again, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank Kai, the Los Angeles Element, Wilson, a superstar, All-American. I can't go down the list of how much stuff you've done, or we'll be here for another half hour. So awesome smile, awesome personality, just a straight up great person. Kai, Los Angeles Element, Wilson, thank you so much for joining us. Episode 50 is on its way in a couple weeks. I want you on episode 50. I will hit you up. We're going to have a reunion show with all the girls. And I can't wait to see where people have been, what's going on. We have some of them we haven't talked to in months. I want to hear some stories that maybe you guys have in common that we don't know about. Like, I can't wait for that. So you definitely better be back.
You can even crack jokes. You can even crack jokes on your
I don't
teammates.
care. We
do whatever you want. Like, we want to hear the dirt. We want to hear the dirt. So this is a show where you could like pretty much say anything.
Sometimes
we don't do dirt. Like, don't get too dirty, but like just be funny with it.
We're just a big family here, and whether dysfunctional or not, we're just a big family. We love our guests. We love each other, even though me and George are like this sometimes, but we love each other. He's like a little brother to me. I freaking love this guy. He's got my back many, many times. So shout out to George. So again, Kai, thank you wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It was great.
Wilson family as well. What was that? The last part?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, like you were interview at the game, and this was like my second.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
Thank you. Remember me when you're playing WNBA. Send me some tickets. I want to be able to interview you there too.
Absolutely.
All right, we here on that. Awesome. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Wilson family. Hey, shout out to the fam, helping us out with some good questions.
Shout out to the fam for listening.
That was awesome.
Thank you for
Auntie,
dishing out questions.
everybody else is down there. Mama, thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys raised a really good one. Again, I can't say it enough. She's gonna change some lives. All I'm gonna say now, as we're about to send off, episode 49 is coming next week. Part 2 with Jay Peasy. Hopefully we get it in. Episode 50 is going to be absolutely epic with all the girls. Yeah, we got Jay Peasy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's going to be the title.
Enjoy the show.
Hopefully it'll be easy this time. We'll see. But
oh yeah,
this show is not about her. This show is about this awesome girl right here, Kai, Los Angeles Element Wilson. You are amazing. We absolutely love you. Just want to put it out there again. Just always remember, no matter what you go to do, give it your heart and give it your all. We love you. We're out. Peace.